Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us for our October webinar. We're really excited. We have a representative from the fire department joining us this month to talk about fire prevention. But before we get started with their presentation, I just want to go over the theme for 2025. Together We're Ready. We just finished National Preparedness Month, where the theme for the nation was Preparedness Starts at Home. So our family preparedness theme for the year has been really great. Ready Fairfax is our preparedness program where we can go out and do presentations and educate the community on how to prepare for, respond to, and recover from emergencies. We also have a public safety day coming up this Saturday, and it's going to be at the McConnell Public Safety Transportation Operations Center right here in Fairfax, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we're going to have all of our public safety partners. We'll have the 911 call center open so that you can see what it looks like and where your calls go when you do place those emergency calls. We'll have child IDs from the Sheriff's Department and a lot of different fun activities. So if you're free this Saturday between 10 and 2, feel free to stop by and get a sneak peek inside. So without further ado, I do want to introduce to you Lieutenant Johnson, who is from the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department. We are going to be talking about fire prevention. Next week is Fire Prevention Week. At the end of the week, the fire department will have their open houses at all of the different fire stations. So I am going to turn it over to you to talk to us about lithium-ion battery safety. That's the theme for this year.
So. Thank you. Thank you. So as Courtney said, it's Fire Prevention Week beginning on Sunday, October 5th, and will be ending October 11th. This year's theme is Charging to Fire Safety, Lithium-Ion Batteries in Your Home. As many of you know, lithium-ion batteries are in most of our electronics in our homes. If not used correctly or damaged, many of these batteries can overheat and start a fire and or explode. So what are lithium batteries? Lithium batteries are a family of batteries that use the chemical lithium as metal or lithium compounds. They are chosen for the very high energy to density capacity, that is, they can store large amounts of energy for their size. They also have a high discharge capacity in that they can provide very high currents for short periods of time. So there are two types of lithium-ion batteries or lithium batteries. The first one being a lithium-ion rechargeable, and then your lithium disposable. So your lithium-ion rechargeables are what you're going to see on your laptops or rechargeable devices. And then your lithium disposables are going to be on your small household products, and they almost look like batteries, but they contain small particles of lithium in them. So they're most often found as either single cells, battery packs, or conformal batteries. So your single cell batteries are used in consumer items, as I stated. Your battery packs are found in larger items like laptops. And then your conformal batteries are found in some tablets and phones. And we'll get more specific into them as we get into the discussion. So the difference between a cell and a battery, we should call a distinct unit a battery cell, as with this picture. This one cell, and as it is by itself, then it is also known as a battery. On the other hand, a cell is a self-contained battery. As we've seen, some batteries, especially larger ones, are made up of a number of smaller batteries to make up a larger capacity battery. These individual batteries are called cells, and the container it is in is called the battery. It can be kind of confusing because some of the words are used interchangeably. So if a battery is only made up of one distinct cell, it can be called a battery or cell or just a cell or just a battery. A large battery made up of many cells is called a battery. The individual batteries it contains are called cells. Clear? So PEDs, many of the items you carry around known as personal electronic devices, or PEDs in the industry, have lithium batteries in them. These can include your iPhones, your Nooks, your digital cameras, any rechargeable device. They can also be found in electric cars, and the new phenomenon are like electric scooters and electric bikes. And there's actually some devices that you can turn regular bikes into electric bikes. There's an adapter that you can put on it. And then where can you find lithium batteries? One of the most common large capacity lithium battery packs are those in laptop computers. Also, e-cigarettes. Most e-cigarettes contain lithium batteries. And then many of these batteries are shipped around the world. So whenever you're handling a package or receiving a package, whether small or big, and you see this warning sign on the package, it has some form of lithium-ion battery in the package. And as it says, if damaged, it can cause a fire. So why do they catch fire? Interesting question. There are four main reasons for lithium batteries catching fire. So they include manufacturer defect, damage, rapid charging, and rapid discharge. And it is unusual for batteries to overheat and catch fire unless they are damaged. If you ever receive anything that holds some form of lithium ion battery and it has any form of damage, don't use that product, return it, and either get another product or look for a new one. So fire is caused by something called in what we call in fire, what we call in the industry thermal runaway. This is where increased current causes increased chemical reaction rate in the lithium. The chemical reactions cause an increase in heat, which in turn causes an increase in current. And this current just continues in this endless loop, which causes increased reaction rate that causes increased heat and so on. And normally when a battery reaches an internal temperature of around 130 degrees centigrade, this loop becomes self-sustaining. This is known as what we call thermal runaway. Some of the heat is naturally given off, but not quick enough to reduce the rate. And in turn, eventually the thermal runaway causes the battery to catch on fire. A AA size cell have very small amounts of lithium and should burn out in around 1 minute. However, the battery will display molten lithium as they burn, and this can spread the range and cause a fire because it shoots long distances. Battery packs used in larger PEDs, especially laptops, these packs are normally made up of individual cells, as I spoke about earlier, but you cannot see them as they are encased in plastic. When the battery heats up, heat in the battery pack spread from cell to cell, each one running away and spreading to the next cell. So preventing fires. So your first line of defense is to know where the batteries can be found. Lithium batteries can be found, as I said, in many everyday items. Look at the packet that comes with whatever you buy to check to see the battery package type for whatever device that you have. But they could be found in photographic and film equipment, building equipment, scuba equipment, lights, models, aircraft, oxygen containers, medical equipment, and PEDs. They're literally in everything these days. And one of the most common reasons for batteries to catch fire is due to overheating. If you don't do anything else, please do not put your phone or tablet or computer somewhere that it is not properly ventilated. This can cause thermal runaway and cause it to catch on fire. More importantly, don't put it under your blankets and don't put it under your pillow, even for short periods of time. If you drop or damage your PED, be very aware that on rare occasions it can catch on fire. Keep it in a place where you know you can monitor it and try to have a protective case on all of your PED devices if it can hold one or sustain one. And most of the battery fires can be traced back to damage to the package that the batteries were stored in. So if you receive a package that has that label on it with the warning of the lithium ion, and it has any type of severe damage to it, inspect the device. And I would recommend that either you send it back or try to get some type of replacement if you can. And as mentioned, e-cigarettes, there has been cases of e-cigarettes catching fire due to being charged with incorrect chargers. Always use the correct charger that came with your device. Wrapping up, buy batteries from a reputable source and only use batteries approved for your device. Avoid counterfeits as much as you can. Look for the mark of an independent testing or standards organization such as Underwriters Laboratories, UL, or the International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC. And do not carry recalled or damaged batteries onto an aircraft. Check battery recall information at the manufacturer's website. And only charge batteries which you are sure are rechargeable. Non-rechargeable batteries are not designed for recharging and become hazardous if placed in a battery charger. A non-rechargeable battery placed in a charger may overheat or cause damage later. Only use a charger compatible with your rechargeable battery. Don't mix and match. So always remember to buy only listed products, charge your devices safely, and lastly, dispose of and recycle batteries responsibly. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I know that we've seen quite a few fires recently with batteries. So this is always just a really great reminder that we need to really pay attention and make sure that we're using them properly. So thank you for that great reminder. All right. Awesome. So just to give you guys a recap, so we do accept presentation requests. We have quite a few classes that we offer. We will be kicking off our Scout Days in October. So the first one will be at the end of October, and you can find that on our website. We have a calendar of events there, and we hold those once a month from October through March. So we have October and November up on the calendar right now, and we will release the rest of those shortly. Just for resident resources, I do want to draw attention to a couple of things. So we have Fairfax Alert, which is our county's free public alerting system. This is how we get emergency information out to the community. If there is police activity in the area, if there's something going on and we need to let you know, we have the ability to do what we call a reverse 911, where we call you and let you know what's going on in case we need you to shelter in place, if we ever need you to evacuate, or if we just need to get information out to you regarding an emergency that's happening in the community. Community Connect is also one of our great new tools in Fairfax County. This is really good because you can actually sign in. You sign up by your address, and anything that you put into the system regarding who's in your house, anything special about your property, if there's anyone with disabilities or access and functional needs, as well as pets, the information that you put in there, the first responders can see that as they're on their way to a call. So that information is just there to help with the response. It's not going to change anything that they're doing and their standard procedures, but it is great information to give to them so that they know if there is someone that may need additional help in your house. And then the emergency health profile, this is registered by your phone number. So anything that you put in here, the dispatchers, when you call 911, are able to see information regarding health and medical information that you put in there, and they are able to relay that to the first responders who are going to that scene. As always, follow us on social media. In September, we just finished preparing 30 ways in 30 days. And then, of course, in October, we will be working with the fire department to push out information on fire safety. So make sure you guys follow that. And then what's up next? So in November, we will be having a special presentation from the Red Cross. We are going to be doing a campaign with them around volunteer recruitment. They are looking to build their volunteer pool to help with sheltering and feeding operations locally. So we will have a special presentation from them in November so that you can get involved in your community. I want to thank you for attending the webinar this month, and we'll see you in November.